Stop compromising and learn to create emotional, sensual, and erotic intimacy. Far and away, the most common relationship advice that's given throughout the Western Hemisphere, maybe the whole world, is that if you want to be happy, you need to learn to compromise. Compromise is the name of the game. It is the key to a great marriage. And that is just completely wrong. If what you want is a bland, comfortable companionship, by all means, cultivate your ability to compromise, because you will get that. You will get a nice, bland companionship. But I know if you're watching this video, that's not enough for you. Maybe you want companionship, but you also want something a lot more ooh la la, yummy, yummy, delicious. And that is exactly why you have to stop compromising. Because when you compromise in the day-to-day on small things, like which soup bowls you use, or I don't know, which side of the bed you sleep on, or bigger things like where you live, or if you vacation in the mountains or at the beach. Like, there are so many different places where we compromise. Maybe you wanted your partner to clean up the kitchen, and when you woke up the next morning and found that they hadn't, you compromised by not saying anything. Because the nature of compromise is that you're holding back on expressing your own experience, on honoring your own thoughts, feelings, attitudes, desires, so that your partner is more comfortable. But you don't actually do yourself any favors when you take that approach. Because if you're used to withholding, closing down aspects of yourself, truth within you, in order to make your partner more comfortable, in order to avoid conflict, well, there are a lot of different things happening. One is that your partner is not going to know the true you. Another is that you will internally become angry and resentful or disconnected from yourself as well. And the third thing that happens, which is maybe the most relevant in this context, although they're all very relevant, is that if you are in the habit of checking parts of yourself at the door of your relationship, of dialing down on things that matter to you so that your partner is comfortable, when you get into the bedroom, there is no magic switch that you can then flip in order to be bringing all aspects of your body and soul to blend and mingle with your beloveds, which, by the way, is one of the things that makes sex really fantastic, is being able to cry and laugh and go for your desires and just lose yourself in the fullness of your experience. But if you're in the habit of compromising and holding back, it just isn't possible to then access some other amazing self-expressed way of being with your partner when you're in bed or on the kitchen table or wherever it is that you'd like to be sexually alive and vibrant. Put differently, in the context of a long-term relationship, anything which isn't sex functions as foreplay. It's either bringing you closer together or driving you farther apart, and that can happen in the most micro interactions as well as the macro ones. Now, let me just say that what I am saying applies to long-term committed relationships. It doesn't apply to a one-night stand. You don't even have to know your partner's name in order to have a pretty satisfying sexual experience with a one-night stand or with someone that you're very casually dating. But everything that I'm talking about has to do with how to have really fantastic sex in the context of a long-lasting committed relationship where you have a lot of life going on, and maybe there are children, careers, financial responsibilities, just all kinds of things that are calling for your attention. And yet you want to really enjoy yourself with your partner. That's the scenario in which it is so essential to cultivate uncompromising intimacy, to just let go of compromise as a value and instead grow your muscles in being uncompromising.